President Ilir Meta and Democratic Party leader Luzin Basha have kicked off the day with messages of solidarity for healthcare workers. A group of doctors at the Kotsok Liogeni Hospital show signs of hope for doctors and nurses who are facing the coronavirus. In the capital, at least 50 people who have been stopped in their vehicles during the travel ban will now have their licenses revoked. It's 6 o'clock on Friday, the 13th of March, 2020. Good evening and thank you for tuning in to the English edition of Ora News. My name is Christopher, bringing you the only update of the local Albanian news translated into English. President Ilir Meta and Democratic Party leaders Luzin Basha have kicked off the day with messages of solidarity for healthcare workers, which are at the forefront of dealing with the coronavirus. In a Facebook post, Basha writes that no one sees you as strange, while saying that all of Albania looks at you with admiration. Luzin Basha expresses deep gratitude to all doctors and nurses. Dear doctors and nurses and healthcare workers everywhere in Albania and the staff of the infectious hospital in Tirana, you are our heroes. The mind and heart of every Albanian is with you. May God give you the strength and courage to face this challenge ahead. At these times, you are not only the parents, spouses, daughters, sisters, brothers of your family members, but all of us and your fellow citizens. A deep national gratitude to each and every one of you. No one sees you as strange. Rather, all of Albania looks at you with admiration for your work and dedication. God bless you and your relatives. God bless Albania. Meanwhile, President Meta had shared photos of the medical team at the Infectious Disease Service, the leading quarantine hospital that is treating the sick. Doctors, nurses, sanitation, and support staff are at the forefront of facing the COVID-19 pandemic today. Deep gratitude and thanks for the dedication, professionalism, and sacrifice of their families as well. You are our heroes in this battle to protect the health of every citizen of the country. I'm proud of you all. Doctors are the one who are making the biggest sacrifice in facing the front line of fighting the coronavirus. A group of doctors at the Kotsok Liogeni Hospital have shared a photo, each holding a letter that reads, "We are removing the virus from our home," reads the doctor's public message. These photos were published by renowned physician Anika Dokle, who also wrote, "We'll get along." Meanwhile, at the entrance of the infectious hospital at TUHC, the nursing order has placed an awareness placard with doctors and nurses who are facing the coronavirus. Doctors and nurses are proud of your work in these days of the pandemic. Thank you for what you do, reads the nurse order message. On Friday, the Ministry of Health confirmed the increase in cases of the coronavirus in our country, bringing the number to 33 infected. Meanwhile, the map has already been expanded after 4 people confirmed positive in the city of Fier. Cases of infected persons with the coronavirus, COVID-19, has been confirmed. So far, 33 cases, 8 of which are hospitalized at the Infectious Diseases Hospital in Tirana. Additional cases have been confirmed in Tirana, Durrës, Fier, and Rogozina. 25 cases are self-insulated at Good Health at home. What is noted is that the map has been expanded, spreading to Fier, and where 4 cases have been tested positive of the coronavirus so far. Meanwhile, the doctor of the elderly patient at Durrës Hospital who lost his life to the COVID-19 has self-quarantined himself. So far, the confirmed positive cases are 19 cases in Tirana, 5 cases in Durrës, 1 case in Lushnja, 2 cases in Elbasan, and 2 cases of women in maternity. In the last 24 hours, 149 new tests have been carried out, bringing the total number of people to 457 tested. 177 people have been self-quarantined. From yesterday to today, there have been 4 new cases in Fier, up from none from yesterday. There have been 3 more cases in Tirana, 2 cases in Durrës, while figures in Lushnja and Elbasan remain unchanged. The Ministry of Health confirms that a doctor in Durrës has tested positive for the coronavirus. After testing the first sample of 50 doctors and nurses at the Durrës Hospital, which proved to be negative, the PHI continued to track contacts, receive and test new samples of medical staff at the Durrës Regional Hospital. Based on the results that have already emerged from the second sample of samples taken from 39 samples of doctors, nurses, and patients, only 1 doctor resulted positive who has no symptoms and is currently self-isolated and being further studied. A total of 89 tests have been carried out at the Durrës Hospital, said the Deputy Health Minister Mira Rakazzoli. All 25 self-isolated persons are in good health. An appeal today urges all citizens to abide by the new rules and stay home. Limit the risk as much as possible. The head of the Department of Epidemiology and Infectious Disease Control at the Institute of Public Health, Silva Bino, said that the World Health Organization had already declared the coronavirus pandemic to be a serious problem. The WHO has declared the new coronavirus a pandemic, which means that the world has community transmission on more than 2 continents. This is a situation that needs to be taken seriously, and measures taken for social distancing must be taken seriously as well. We will continue to track cases on the ground, although it is not necessary for every person to be tested, said Bino. Tirana and Durrës from 6 a.m. have had a shutdown in circulation of traffic, while in the cities of Shkodra, Leja, Elbasan and Lushnja, Fier and Vlora have also closed traffic to private and urban vehicles. But not everyone has respected such a government decision. Ora News brings you the overview of what happened in cities by 10:30 a.m. Not all citizens have obeyed the order in Tirana. Numerous private vehicles were seen on the streets of the capital. At least 50 people have been escorted by Tirana police who have violated the government's curfew order to prevent the spread of the coronavirus. In the capital, 15 checkpoints have been set up at 10:29 a.m. and at least 50 people have been traveling in private vehicles without authorization. Ora News reporter Besar Bayraktaray reported that drivers violated the order not to travel with private vehicles on the road. After being detained by the police, they were escorted to the police station for verification. Eryon Ahmeti, chief of road police, in a statement to the media said most drivers were authorized by the General Directorate of State Police. A small number of them were not provided with authorization, conveying their messages about the urgency and transportation of their family members. In all those cases where we have been verified that there were no emergencies, the police station verified the claims of drivers. They will be punished with administrative measures according to the road code. Their names will be passed on to the commission, and the punitive measures against them will be taken until the patent is lifted, the journalist reports. Both of these measures will be communicated to these drivers by mail or phone. Similar cases happened on Friday morning in Durrës, where police escorted some people who violated the order to take the streets with their vehicles. Durrës is now a city with a curfew. 17 licenses have been annulled already, as there are people who continue to drive during this international pandemic. In Lushnja, the case that emerged 3 days ago from the COVID-19 has raised fears. There is no circulation of cars, and citizens have significantly restricted their movement. The flower-filled garden daily was practically empty today. Korcha and Pogoradets are not involved in a curfew, but citizens have significantly restricted their movements as pedestrians and motor vehicles. Fieri has a normal movement of citizens in the central square, while vehicle circulation is limited. Only those vehicles that render services and furnishing stores with products may move. Citizens responded positively to the order in Leja, as there is no movement of vehicles at all. There is a presence of police and army at several points. In Vlora, 33 vehicles were stopped by police checkpoints. Out of these, 22 drivers were forced to stop their vehicles, while their vehicles were seized. The other 11 were eventually blocked after the cases were repeated. And that's the news across the country today. Thank you for watching our English edition this evening, and be sure to join us again every Monday through Saturday at 6 p.m. for the latest news from Albania. Once again, on behalf of Ora News, thank you and good night.